Hi, good morning, everyone. So today started with a phone call about 10 years ago that I received from Orrin Hesterman. How many of you all know who Orrin is? So if you don't know Orrin, you should try and get to know him because he's a wonderful, innovative man who experienced a challenge in creating a business. And Orrin called me and said, Tiff, we're starting this organization called the Fair Food Network to help move people from food insecurity to access to food in a diverse environment of food creators like Michigan. We have a diverse food economy, but we really have a food swamp because moving that food through our systems is challenging. And so we at Bank of America responded with the grant, and today the Fair Food Network now has hundreds of partners, is statewide, has done Double Up Food Bucks, has done a number of things in getting you all here today. So I'm so proud to be here and help represent Bank of America. We're very, very proud to power this event because at the core of it, Bank of America believes that, and we live by our mission every day, to empower you all to do the things that you want to get up and do every day. It is our purpose to help you live your best financial life by lending our expertise, our knowledge, our diverse network of teammates, and so we're really proud to be here today. It's interesting that we're here today also because does anyone know what month October is? I mean, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but anyone else know what it is? National Apple Month? I didn't know that. What else is it? What? I didn't know that. So it's a lot of things, right? It's also Hunger Action Month. And so what we have done at Bank of America is created a program called Give a Meal. This is just a brief commercial, and then I'll get on with the remarks and hand the mic over to my colleague and friend, Mohammed. Give a Meal is a program where if you give $1 through our Give a Meal program, our foundation will match it with $2. We're trying to put over $3 million $4.5 million into the food systems to help our kids in our neighborhoods and our communities who go to bed hungry or wake up and don't know where their next meal is coming from. And so you as the good food producers and makers in our state, I know you all think about this on a regular basis. How do you manage waste? How do you manage access? How do you manage distribution? So it's interesting that we're here today because really part of what the Fair Food Network's founding was to mitigate food access issues. So I just wanted to give that brief commercial. We at Bank of America really do everything that we do has a lens through environmental and social governance. This is another acronym, Gene. It's called ESG. You guys should write that down. It's a topic for which many companies, governments, corporations, local communities are starting to think about how they deliver resources to and for a community. So we think about it through all of our work through the lens of this acronym, ESG, Environmental Social Governance. So we use it as the framework to how we deliver products and services, how we use our expertise, how we use our network to help our customers and clients grow through volatile economies and opportunities and growth. We also think about it and how we treat our own teammates and how do we retain the best talent, because sometimes the hardest thing to growth is finding the talent to keep in your company. We also think about it in how we deliver for our communities. How is it that we can ensure that our communities have the resources and access to some of the things that other communities have? How can we make sure that we're volunteering or delivering matching gifts or grants or sponsorships to help move the economy that's important and the other kinds of things that are important to Michigan? So we're proud to be here today to help continue on that environmental social governance path. We believe that when you all do well, everybody does well. And it's probably an overstatement to say that all tides raise all ships. Some ships get drowned. And what we don't want to do is find that ship that was suffering through the rising of the tide. We want to bring all the ships forth. So we're pleased that you're here today. We're really excited to power this initiative with the Fair Food Network and the Michigan Good Food Fund for you all. We operate across the state of Michigan. From a colleague of mine used to say from border to border and coast to coast, I guess. So you could say the coast of South Detroit, which I know, Southwest Detroit and our Canada border to our Canada border. And we have about 2,000 teammates across the state and about 200,000 teammates across the world that are really, really interested in the work that you all are doing. So I just have one thing I want to leave you with. I'm going to share the microphone with my colleague, Mohammed Hamoud. How many of you all have heard of DHOC? Anyone? Okay, so DHOC wrote a book. It's called The Autobiography of a Restless Mind. I love this book. It's like, I call them prehistoric tweets. And it's literally a book of like thoughts on the human condition. That's it. It's hundreds of pages of just his thoughts on the human condition. He's also the founder of Visa, and he's their chair emeritus still. So look up DHOC, D-E-E-H-O-C-K, DHOC. He's a great guy. I usually read a quote or 2 or 10 every morning because it just kind of gets me encouraged throughout the day. The quote I read today is, "The swiftest means to an end is rarely the best." The swiftest means to an end is rarely the best. So we know you all are going to go through ups and downs and challenges and opportunities and change minds and marketing and branding, but it's never the swiftest means, right, to one end, just to go to a straight line. So we encourage you to stay the path, stay the course, use your partners and connections to ask questions and engage, because your success is our collective and guaranteed success here in Michigan to be a top 10 state in our nation. We need you. We need every one of you to be on the playing field to deliver, and we're encouraged that you're here today. So thank you for all that you do. Thank you for the work that you do, and most of all, thank you for the good food. It's my pleasure to turn it over to my friend and colleague, Mohammed Hamoud. Mohammed is our small business banking executive for Michigan. So he has colleagues throughout the state helping to deliver expertise for startups and small businesses. And we do a lot of coaching and engagement, sit-down conversations to make sure that we are delivering the right services that a small business economy needs to help you all navigate that ecosystem. So without further ado, Mo.
Thank you, Tiffany. Good morning, everyone, and happy Monday. What a perfect day to talk about healthy foods, right? The universal known day as I started my diet today. So perfect day to talk about healthy foods. Thank you all for being here today. I want to share a quick story of a personal experience of myself. Several years ago, I was a business owner myself. I had a small business growing. I was in the import-exporting industry. And it was a small operation, had a warehouse, 3 employees, and we essentially got the inventory to the warehouse, sorted the goods, loaded a container, and shipped it out. Now, we were operationally producing 1 container per month. During the process, I met a client who loved the process, trusted us, loved our products and the service that we provided, and essentially, this was a big broker that worked in many other countries, and offered me his whole business, which was 20 containers per month if we can provide that kind of volume. The only problem was, at the time, I thought of myself as too small of a business. I thought maybe the bank, I wasn't big enough for the bank, and didn't know really the resources that I had to take on such an opportunity that would really change my life and the life of my business. That would require me to go on a massive recruiting and hiring, going from 3 employees to potentially 60, needing a bigger warehouse, maybe 5 times the size of what I had, and also needing capital that would allow me to purchase the more inventory that I needed to continue growing the business. So unfortunately, I didn't know I had those resources, and I had to turn that opportunity away. It was just too big of a jump, in a short time. So a couple years after that, I shut my doors and I joined the banking industry to start my banking career. And naturally, I migrated to the business banking sector. And Once I got to business banking within the company, within the bank, I learned about all the resources and really everything the bank can really do to all kinds of businesses, all sizes, from startup to publicly traded. And it's been my mission and the mission of the bank and my team to really get that education, that knowledge out there to all the business owners. And I share this story today because many of you are in a situation where you have a great product, a service, and you may already had the opportunity or maybe not. But when that opportunity comes knocking on the door, we want to make sure that you all have the resources and the knowledge of what you can accomplish through the assistance of the bank and other programs to be able to say yes to the opportunity that comes your way and take it on and change your lives. So we're going to be here throughout the day. We look forward to meeting many of you and learning about your business and providing you with some information you may need. And I think I will be later on in the session as well to answer some questions. But just take a seat today, enjoy the day, a lot of good information coming your way, take some good notes. And like I said, we look forward to meeting many of you. Thank you.